All right, welcome to the digital versus analog module of this course. Now, it's not really a true digital versus analog because at the end of the day, really not one's better than the other because it all depends on what you're using it for, what works best for you, what your scenario is, what you're trying to achieve. So really what we're going to talk about is where analog started us when it came to sound and mixing and how digital came in, what it took from analog and what it's now doing that analog can't do very well, and why I recommend digital boards over analog. So in this module, we're going to talk about a couple different things. We're going to talk about where things started from in the analog world, so things like preamps and EQs and all that. We're going to talk about a little bit more into like stages and snakes. We talked a little bit about that in a previous section, but we're going to kind of review it just one more time. And then we're going to talk about the sound that you get out of an analog console and how that actually translates to the digital side of things. And lastly, we're going to talk about what I call the top-down method of mixing and how we actually got that from the analog world and how I feel like that's kind of been lost in the digital world. So we're going to kind of revisit that and learn how to become good top-down mixers. And then lastly, we'll talk about why digital and why now. So let's get started by talking a little bit more about analog gear and the history of it.